I thought it was just a doll. Until I noticed its hair had grown overnight. Tell me something. If you saw a doll change when no one touched it, would you stay? I first saw it in a photo. A small doll sitting quietly inside a temple in Japan. They call it Okiku. It didn't look dangerous. Just a child's toy with long, black hair. But something felt wrong. Not obvious. Just enough to make you look twice. Have you ever looked at something and felt like it was looking back? Okiku wasn't just a doll. It belonged to a little girl who died suddenly. No warning. No explanation. After her death, the doll was placed in a temple. That's when it started. At first, no one noticed. But then, the hair began to grow. The temple workers thought it was nothing. Maybe humidity. Maybe imagination. So they cut it. Clean. Short. Normal. But the next morning, it had grown back. Not a little. Long enough to notice. If that happened in your house, would you still sleep there? They cut it again. And again. And again. But it never stopped growing. Some say it reaches her shoulders. Others say it grows unevenly, like it's alive. Like something is pushing it out. People started visiting the temple. Just to see it. To test it. To prove it wasn't real. But no one stays long. Do you know why? I decided to look closer. Not in person. Just a photo. I zoomed in slowly. The face, still. The eyes, empty. The hair. Pause? Not the same. I compared it to an older image. My heart dropped. It had changed. Not just longer. Moved. As if it had shifted on its own. If something doesn't move when you're watching, when do you think it moves? That's when I read something. Something most people ignore. They say, if you stare at Okiku's doll for too long, you'll notice the hair reacting. Not growing. Reacting. As if it knows you're there. Pause. And then? It starts watching you back. I closed the image. Shut my phone. Told myself it was nothing. Just a story. Just a doll. Pause. But that night, I woke up suddenly. 3 a.m. My room was silent. Too silent. And then I saw it. Pause. My phone screen was on. The photo was open again. I don't remember opening it. I don't remember touching my phone. But the image was zoomed in. Closer than before. Right to the doll's face. Pause. And the hair was covering one eye. Long pause. I don't think it's just growing anymore. I think it's trying to see. If you had that doll in your house, would you cut its hair? Or would you leave it alone? People think the story ends with the doll. But that's not where the real fear begins. Pause. Because what most don't know is that Okiku's story doesn't stay in the temple. It goes deeper. Much deeper. Into something they tried to hide. Pause. They call it the Okiku well. I thought the doll was the center of it all. Until I found an old record. A warning. Pause. It said, the hair doesn't just grow. It's connected to something below. Pause. And if that's true, then cutting the hair was never stopping it. It was feeding it. If the doll is just the surface, then what do you think is waiting down there? Pause. In the well. Pause. Would you look inside? Or walk away?
If you're still listening, then the shadows already know you. Subscribe to Mr. Shadowpools. Because not every story wants to be heard.